Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to be looking at this very strong DRIFBLIM team which you can use to reach expert rank in Great League in Pokemon Go. So I'm running DRIFBLIM, Azu, Talonflame. You can say I don't fear Morpeko in the meta right now, so let's see how it goes. So honestly it did pretty well for me. I got a 4-1 and then I got also a 5-1 which got me to 2700 elo. So here I'm leading with DRIFBLIM and I got Azumarill. So here I can shield the Ice Beam because DRIFBLIM does so much damage with Astonish, it's ridiculous. So I can shield the charge move, and then if opponent no shields, okay, I should have thrown my Ice Shadow Ball earlier because I'm now at 100 energy and I lost some energy there because I was at 100. So I can go for the Ice Event. I have to stay in this matchup because okay, I can switch out. I switched out into my Azu, and opponent has a Talonflame in the back and they decided to surrender. So honestly I made a bad play by switching into my Azu, but opponent has something in the back weak to my Azu anyways, so I won the game. GG's to my opponent. So this is how this team will surprise you. As you saw first match, you were not expecting to see that honestly, but I was also shocked with this team. It performed so well even though it was so weak to electric types. I did not see a lot of Morpeko in my battles, so you can definitely try it out if you have a good eye with DRIFBLIM and you want to run it in the Great League. Also you have Azu and Talon. If you have these Pokemons, definitely try out this team. So I switched out into my Azumarill here because DRIFBLIM has a bad matchup against Wigglytuff, and here I tried to get to Ice Beam but I didn't get to it, so I can come in with my Talonflame, get the energy advantage on my Talonflame because Brave Bird is going to hit for a lot of damage. I can no shield the Ice Beam easily, Ice Wind, and then opponent has a Marowak in the back, so I can go for the Brave Bird, and it's going to be I think Wigglytuff double Mud Slapper team, so I'm looking pretty good. Okay, they have Malamar instead of Gastrodon, which is still fine. I can go for Icy Wind and I can stay in this matchup. Astonish will do a lot of damage, so I can shield the foul plays and I can win the game that way. I had to shield advantage, opponent saw it and he didn't have any play, so he decided to surrender. Into the next match we have DRIFBLIM versus Wigglytuff again. So I will switch out into my Azumarill again and let's see what they decide to do. So they are staying in this matchup, which is good for me. I can go for the Ice Beam and it will I need 2 Ice Beams to beat a Wigglytuff. Opponent took that Ice Beam on a Wigglytuff and switched out into his Gastrodon. So here he will go for Earth Power, which I'm fine with because I can survive one Earth Power. I can go for the Play Rough and then I will let my Azumarill go down. I will try to switch out into my DRIFBLIM because opponent made a switch, so I made a switch as well. Honestly I shouldn't have switched out, but saving Azumarill as a shield is a good strategy honestly. So I got the Icy Wind and then I can throw this Icy Wind on this Wigglytuff. It already has some damage on it because of Ice Beam from Azumarill, so I think I can farm this Pokemon down after so that's why I'm going to shield this charge move, and they should have one more Mud Slapper in the back. That's what I'm thinking. So I will farm down this Wigglytuff. I will go for the Icy Wind debuff and they have a Digger Speed. I have Talonflame, so it's a GG's honestly because I could have, after this Icy Wind I could have gone for multiple Brave Birds and won this game. Into the next match we have DRIFBLIM versus Talonflame. It is a neutral matchup where I can stay in. I won't throw my charge move after doing 5 fast moves. I will throw after doing 3 fast moves now. So you can count 3 Astonish and you can throw now. 1. Okay, opponent switched out, so I can stay in this matchup. I can go for back-to-back Ice Events and then I can switch out into my Azumarill. Okay, I will go for the first Ice Event and opponent is throwing his charge move, so I can honestly shield this charge move. Then I will do 2 fast move and then I should throw. Okay, I got the farm down. So it doesn't matter now. I can go for the Ice Event, it will force a shield, and then I can go for another Ice Event which will knock out this which will force second shield, and then I can come in with my Azumarill. So this Ice Event will debuff a Talonflame a lot, and that's why opponent decided to throw its charge move as well, which is amazing because now I can come in with my own. Okay, I should have come in with my Talonflame because that way I could have Brave Birded and then I could have switched out into my Azumarill there. So that would have been the better play, but now we are here, so I can go for the play up and then opponent will make it to a Sludge Wave. I was expecting a Sludge Wave here, honestly. It's not like I was surprised by getting hit with this Sludge Wave. I survived it anyways, and I can throw this Ice Beam to knock out this Swampert, and then I can come in with my Talonflame. I can even survive one Brave Bird on my Talonflame, but it got knocked out by bubbles from my Azumarill, so GG's to my opponent. Into the next match, we have DRIFBLIM versus Marowak. Amazing lead. I just have to shield Rock Slide and I can completely farm him down. So opponent comes in with his Dewgong. I tried to catch the Icy Wind on my Azumarill, but opponent didn't fell for it. So here we are getting hit with a Drill Run. I will go for the play rough, and I just realized that Azumarill loses CMP to a Dewgong. I didn't knew it, honestly. Opponent goes for the drip. Is going for the Drill Run, which is nice. I can go for play rough, and I need 2 play roughs on. I only need 2 play roughs to win the switch. Opponent decided to shield, and he is coming in with his Toxapex, so I can go for the Ice Beam. I'm throwing this Ice Beam just so that my switch clock can come back and I can throw this Shadow Ball here. Then I will shield the Brine and I will try to completely farm down this Toxapex so that I can have a charge move loaded for that Dewgong, which is in the back. Also, the reason I stayed in against that Dewgong in the lead was because I wanted to do so much Astonish damage that it comes down in 2 player of range basically. So I am forced to throw that Icy Wind there, and now opponent is going for the charge move. I won't shield it because I have to save this one shield for my Talonflame, and now I can come in with my Azumarill because I cannot. Okay, I'm coming in with my Talonflame, so I can no shield one Icy Wind, and I will go for the fly right away since opponent is not throwing. And then let's see what they have in the back. Okay, opponent decided to shield, so they are out of shields, which is amazing. Now I can definitely Brave Bird. I'm not going to shield it because I know for that it is not doing a lot of damage. Okay, it was Marowak. It was on the lead, I forgot. So I can go for the Brave Bird, then I can come in with my Azumarill, and then I can farm down this Marowak, and I can win this game easily. I can also no shield this charge move, honestly, and then I can farm down this Marowak and go for a charge move against that Dewgong. So both plays works, and victory is in my hand, so it doesn't matter. GG's to my opponent. Dewgong goes down here. If it's a 5-4, I will get 70 elo increment. If it's a 4-1, I will get only 50 elo increment. So I got a 50 elo increment, which means that it is a 4-1 series to all my opponents. And as you can see, this team is strong. You can try it out in Great League and it will do really good for you. Into the next battle, which is going to be my expert push. We have DRIFBLIM versus Carbine. Bad lead, so I will like stay in this matchup for some time so that I can get this Icy Wind. Okay, I'm going for the Shadow Ball, and then I will switch out into my Azumarill, or I think I will stay in. Let's see how I played it up. Okay, I will switch out into my Azumarill, and they are coming in with their Ferrothorn. So since timer is back to like 50 seconds, I can like try to save my Azumarill for that Carbine so that my Talonflame is safe from it. So I will go for the Ice Beam, and now I will start shielding these Power Whips coming in from this Ferrothorn. So I will shield the first Power Whip, and then I will go for another Ice Beam because I want to drag this. I want my switch clock to come as soon as possible. So now my switch clock is back up. I tried to Astonish down that Ferrothorn, but opponent saved it. It doesn't matter, my Talonflame is ready for that Ferrothorn, but now I can no shield the Power Gem, and now I can easily come in with my Azumarill. Now opponent is switch locked, which is amazing. Now I can easily now I can beat this Carbine, and then I can align my Talonflame for whatever they have in the back. I think they are going to be double grass type Pokemons, and I can easily win the game. GG's to my opponent here. Into the next match, we have yet another Azumarill lead against our DRIFBLIM. We can shield the Ice Beam, and then we can go for Shadow Balls, and they will hurt a lot. I can shield this Ice Beam, it's going to do a lot on DRIFBLIM as well, but DRIFBLIM shines when you have shields for it. So I can go for the Shadow Ball here, it will do a lot of damage, and if opponent no shields it, I can go for the Farm Down. Opponent decided to shield, so I will try to catch the charge move on Azumarill, and I caught it. It should be an Ice Beam, yep. And nice catch by me. Opponent comes in with his own DRIFBLIM, so the tables have turned now. Now they have DRIFBLIM and I am using Azumarill. I can go for the Ice Beam, and opponent decided to no shield, which is amazing. I can no shield it as well. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to no shield it because I know I can survive it and I can win the switch. And now opponent comes in with his own Azumarill. I will try to get to the player up, and I got to it, which is amazing. Now if opponent decides to no shield it, I can honestly come in with my DRIFBLIM, and then I could have gone for the ice event, but I am counting, so shielding and then farming down this Azumarill was looking a better play for me. So I can go for the ice event against their final mon, which is going to be Polyrath, and they decided to shield, which means I can go for this Shadow Ball and one shot this Polyrath for a lot of damage, and then I can just fast move down everything with my DRIFBLIM and can win the game. GG's to my opponent. Into the next match, we have DRIFBLIM versus Wigglytuff. Bad lead, so I have to switch out into my Azumarill, and they will come in with their Gastrodon. So here I have to go for switch advantage, because if I get the switch advantage, then I can align my Talonflame onto that Wigglytuff, and then I can align my DRIFBLIM against whatever Mud Slapper or ground type Pokemon they have in the back. I will shield the first Earth Power, and now I will go for the Ice Beam, because Ice Beam will do enough damage to knock out this Gastrodon. Also it can force a shield, which is amazing. Now I will no shield this Earth Power because I cannot double shield my Azumarill, because I have to save one shield for my Talonflame and DRIFBLIM, and it was a Body Slam bait. Amazing no shield by me. I can go for the Ice Beam. It forced another shield from opponent, and now opponent is forced to throw his energy, because I could have farmed him down if he wouldn't have thrown his energy. So I can come in with my Talonflame, go for get the one Incinerate energy advantage, which is kind of a lot honestly, and then opponent has Marowak in the back. I can go straight for the Brave Bird here, and it will I think it won't knock out regular Marowak. Yeah, and I can shield this charge move, then I can farm down this Marowak and go for another Brave Bird against that Wigglytuff, which is coming in now. Brave Bird is going to do a lot of damage, but it won't knock out, but it should do enough damage so that Hexes from DRIFBLIM can farm it down. So we farm down the Wigglytuff, and then we can farm down the Marowak, and that's why opponent decided to surrender. GG's to my opponent. Into the next battle against Aishon, we have DRIFBLIM versus Dragonite. Neutral matchup. Hexes Astonish will do a lot of damage, and so will those Dragon Breaths. So I got the free fast move, which is amazing. Now I can shield this charge move, and then I can farm down this Dragonite and retain a lead matchup. Now I can throw my Ice Event. I'm going to blind throw it. It's going to be a Serpentine. I don't know what they have in the bags, because they are so forced to come in with a Grass type, which has a bad matchup against my DRIFBLIM. I can go for another Ice Event, and I think they won't shield this charge move, and then I can come in with my Talonflame, and I can farm it down this Serpentine, throw a lot of Brave Words, and I can win this game this way. So GG's to my opponent. Into the final match of this video, we have DRIFBLIM versus Whimsicott. Nice lead, but I have to shield those Moon Blasts. Those will do a lot of damage. So opponent switches out into his Dewgong. I decided to do some Astonish damage before trying to catch this Ice Event on my Azumarill, because after those Astonish damage, this Dewgong should be in 2-player range now. Opponent will go for the Drill Run. Okay, opponent is going for the Ice Event for some reason. He should go for Drill Run, but I think it's also a fine play. I can go for the Player of here. Now it won't do enough damage to knock out this Dewgong. 2 player ups won't knock out because of 2 Ice Event debuffs. If only one Icy Wind debuff would have done, then I think I might have gotten beat this Dugong with 2 play-ups, but let's see how it goes. So we can opponent will go for Drill Run here, but I think I can get the farm down even after no shielding this charge move, and let's see how it goes. So I am not going throwing this charge move because I want to save it, and then I switched out into my DRIFBLIM, and they are coming in with their Fur Alligator. I will throw this Icy Wind, and if they don't shield it, okay, they decided to shield, I can go for another Icy Wind here to force the second shield, or it will do some neutral damage, and then I can come in with my Azumarill. I'll go for the play off and win the game. Opponent decided to use his second shield, so I can surprise him by coming in with my Azumarill and throwing this flare up, and here I won the matchup because they have Whimsicott and I have Talonflame in the back. Also I have 2 shield advantage. GG's to my opponent. He should surrender now. Yeah, come on. Yeah, GG's. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you have Pokemons built to use this team like DRIFBLIM, Azumarill and Talonflame, definitely try this team out in the 2500 to 2750 elo. It should work really good for you, and I will see you in the next one.